Welcome in, everybody. We're playing Higurashi today. Unfortunately, yesterday I was a little too sick.
Yep.
Why'd you say yup like that?
Yep.
Oh my, okay, sure, 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 sure.
Sure. What? Oh my goodness.
Ooh, I could use, actually, not I'm going to. Because Higurashi is not a...
Watson Nagashi. The most possibilities. Cotton drifting chapter. How was your taste of life in Hinamizawa? A curse or conspiracy? I believe you will have fully enjoyed everything and everyone seeming suspicious. Here at last, it's no surprise attack, but a real direct incident. Please enjoy it. The difficulty is lower than Onikakushi, but extremely vicious.
Vicious.
Is that a body coffin I see?
Maybe.
Mother.
You wanna look at the stuff in this room for a second while I set up the VTube studio?
Oh. So you got a bird cage, got a statue of a woman seeming to be in traditional Japanese clothing. You have a bunch of hooks, like blocks with hooks leading to a water bucket. You have power, electrical stuff, buckets, lots of buckets. Is it a butter churner?
Where do you see a
No,
butter churner?
right where your mouse is. Oh, to your right. What is
Nah.
that?
Uh, I have no clue. Um, actually, let me take a closer. Oh my god. Is that what I? Oh my. Oh my god. I know what that is. I can't tell you what it is though. Oh.
What?
Do you just want me to tell you?
Circle with your mouse where you see it. Like broad, like pretty broad area.
It's this thing. I know what this is. You asked me what it was. It took a second for me to recognize it because it doesn't seem that big in the other um pictures of it, but it is, I believe it's a thing that we do see this chapter.
I can't recognize that. What is that? Give me a second.
Are you really gonna try and see what it is?
Seems to be a lever or a rotating thing of some sort.
It's for all the fun mechanisms in the game. You just turn it round and around and it just goes.
What?
I'm just making a joke.
What is it?
Do you just want me to tell you? Like actually?
Sure.
Well, um,
Is it heavy spoilers?
not necessarily, but it's it might be.
It's fine. Then it's fine.
Okay, okay, okay.
Weird.
Weird?
Have I ever interacted with something like that before in my life?
No. I will not quench your
Okay.
thirst, for you seek the truth and could not accept that. I will not quench your thirst, for the truth you desire does not exist. But I still want to quench your thirst, for I am the one who cast you into the desert. This is a work of fiction.
With how the original sprites lasted, I mean, look, I don't think anyone can even begin to think that they're of a real person.
Bright. Bright.
The chirping of birds served as my alarm clock. What the fuck? Huh? The clock is still there. Wasn't today Sunday? Wasn't it basically my style to stay up late on Saturday and sleep through the morning of Sunday? Why was I waking up at this disgustingly wholesome hour? This is like Poncho's sleep schedule.
I mean, I guess.
Bro wakes up bright and early at 8 a.m. Why am I up this early?
Well, I mean, Poncho has to be up that early. Right? Or...
Ooh, it was just a joke, but I don't look into it. Why was I waking up at this? Oh, back to sleep, back to sleep.
Keiichi, are you awake? You have a phone call.
That moment, the sound of my mother calling me from downstairs finally registered. Phone call? I sprang up out of bed abruptly, stampeded noisily down the stairs.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that's not. I grabbed OBS off my other screen.
Yeesh. He's awake. I'll put him on right now, my mother informed the Why isn't it a text thing then?
I have no clue.
My mother informed the person on the other end of the line. Weird. Hello? It's me. Who might this might be? Oishi-san! God dang it.
Morning, Keiichi-kun. You're such a sleepyhead, such a sleepyhead.
Oh, Rena. What's up? Calling so early in the morning.
Oh, don't think it's so early. It's the middle of the day, you know?
It was 11 o'clock. I guess you could loosely consider that the middle of the day. So what's up?
Hold on a second. I'll put Michan on now. Ohayo, Kei-chan. If I were to say it in English, that'd be good morning.
While we're at it, while we're at it, why don't you try saying it in Chinese, German, and Russian as well?
Ni hao, Kei-chan. Guten Morgen, Kei-chan. Russian. Do svidanya. How the hell should I know?
Wahahaha. Well, whatever. This stupid conversation has woken me up.
That's good to hear. So, Kei-chan, you free right now? If you're good, then we've got everybody.
Sorry, give me a second.
It's okay, it's okay.
My eyes. Everybody. Did you mean all the club members? I'm wondering when this takes place.
When this takes place?
Yep. Because the clock's on there, right? He didn't add that till after he was paranoid.
No, he didn't. That was there the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
The whole time I thought that was like just put in the sprite. Because like he was talking about this obnoxiously weird, unusual clock thing.
Oh my.
And so I thought he just put it there right after.
Oh no, that was there the whole time.
So he just has shitty room design the whole time. Or needs to get into My Tiny House Simulator or whatever.
Yeah. That's right, you might be thinking every day always ends in heated competition, but at least I can spend my day off peacefully. You're too naive, Kei-chan.
Yeah. The aim of our club is to find the best solution to every situation. For every situation. In other words, we don't care if it's the weekend.
Ooh, it looks like you've come to understand our club. So how about it? Can you come?
I had absolutely nothing planned that day. If I were to refuse Club President Mion's invitation, what other fun ways to pass the time would I have? It's not like I planned on doing anything. And if I said no, you'd probably just declare me the loser by default and force a penalty game on me anyways.
If you understand that much, then you can't refuse, right? If you're okay with it, then meet us at the usual place at 1 o'clock. We're going into town, so bring your bike, okay?
Club activities in town? Well, we could do them anywhere. Besides, since it was a new venue, there was no way this wasn't going to be intense.
I'm holding a pretty big grudge from that narrow loss a couple of days ago. I'll say it right now, I'm not gonna lose.
So is this...
Do you want me to explain the mechanic?
It's either that this is just an alternate universe, or maybe it's like we're reliving something that happened that we didn't like. I'm trying to think. Maybe it's like Does Keiichi just is it like it looks like a cycle of things, like Keiichi comes to Hinamizawa, gets friended by these people, does club activities, finds out about secrets, dies. Over and over and over again. So maybe it's like maybe these are past activities that have already happened, or maybe is this like...
This is the present. In this universe.
So this is... Oh my god. So either two things are happening. Either this is a completely different setup, like obviously the main bullet points are going to stay the same, right? They become friends, he joins the club, all this stuff, right? But maybe like different stuff happens in different universes. Or maybe this is the same universe and these are just new things that was never shown. Like just mundane things, like it's the weekend, you don't really see the weekend, right? Maybe this is already happened before and something's gonna happen that's different from the past timeline. So like instead of Tomotaki's-san dying, maybe he stuff like that. Like stuff gradually fucks up more and more timelines go on. Like at the end of this, Kei-chan might die. Or at the end of this one, Tomotaki's-san does something. Like different things happen, but then it all resets again. Almost like a purgatory. Maybe?
You told me not to answer you. You're not wrong though.
Well, I know it's gotta be like some time shenanigans, them going back in time and shit, because Tomotaki's-san, Mion, Rena are all in future chapters, so this can't be after the happenings. After the bite of 87.
Oh.
The bat swing of 87.
The bat swing.
A couple of days ago was Friday's club activities. That uncompromising poker man. You see, okay, yeah, so this is... There's a fight to the death. Nobody held back. Nobody could tell who was in the lead or who was last up until the points were tallied. In the end, I won by only 1 chip. Mion came in second.
Damn it! To think if I hadn't squandered that 1 chip!
Mion lamented thus, perhaps more so that than the fact she lost the match. Mion doesn't lose. That's why Mion only whined when she let the champion's throne slip through her fingers. That's why she was more frustrated than anybody over a close loss. So did you mean for today to be a grudge match? Bring it on! Just like last time, I'll shut you down and make you play that penalty game. Make sure you play in a way that you won't regret it when you lose.
Wouldn't have it any other way. I'll make it all the more better when it'll make it all the more better when I crush you.
After that, we exchanged jeers for a bit before hanging up on the phone. As I headed back upstairs hastily to get the key to my bike, I bumped into my mother as she was carrying a futon down.
Oh, Keiichi, you seem like you're in a good mood. Heading out?
Something like that. I'm going to town to play with everybody.
Take care. Watch out for traffic. Be back before dinner.
Watch out for traffic, it's crazy. Yeah, I'll be back by then.
Do you want to know why she says watch out for traffic? It's not a spoiler.
Well, I mean, last chapter, you almost got ran over.
True, but it's not why.
What?
So there's only one road to Hinamizawa to where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's a winding road. And they're gonna be taking their bikes through the road. Incredibly dangerous.
That makes too much sense. She was hinting at what happened in the past life.
Oh my goodness.
After unlocking the chain from my bike in the garage, I reveled a bit in the resistant, slightly stiff pedal gave as I pushed on it. Alright, let's go! I set off on my bike, cutting through the refreshing morning air.
Nah, blinding. Keiichi-kun! You're late, you're late!
Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Where are Sadako and Rika-chan? Rika-chan.
Rather than meeting up with them here, it's a lot quicker to just meet up in town.
Ah, I see. If I remember correctly, Sadako and Rika-chan's houses were on the other side past the school.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, no.
Oh yeah, what's up with the doing club activities in town? Everybody's gonna put on masks and rob banks all day, is it?
I wouldn't mind doing that. Even then, I wouldn't lose to you. You see, Mii-chan always tells me the routes and schedules of the armored bank cars. I wonder why? I wonder why?
What? I spun around with a serious look on my face and looked at Mion. Well, it certainly seemed possible that Mion was capable of doing that. Also, it seems super unlikely that this fucking town has armored vehicles for banks.
Oh, not Hinamizawa. The other town that they're going to.
Shishibone?
I think Shishibone is a different one. I'm just not remembering the city that we're gonna go to. I mean the town.
Oh, why'd you put your VTuber thing up?
Huh?
Felt like it?
Yeah. The VTuber model, you mean?
Seriously, Mion.
Rena! What are you saying? Sorry, Michan. Sorry.
Two of them joked around. That bright laughter was the best match for a beautiful day like today. Aww. Too bad she's a murderer.
Oh my
Hey,
god,
you two.
what? What? Who's the
Hey,
murderer?
you two. Literally everybody in this game right now. Well, not game, with this frame. Keiichi, Mion, and Rena.
Not the Mion slander.
The Mion slander? Is it slander if it's true? That's like saying I can slander... I was gonna try to think of anything non-controversial, but everything I thought of was very controversial.
Please don't bring up controversial topics in my stream.
That's like saying, like, I am slandering Logan Paul for saying that he filmed a dead dude in the forest. That's not slander. That's not controversial. Nobody thinks the man. Everybody hates that. Right?
Yes, everybody hates that. Anybody who doesn't hate that is weird.
Oh, hey you two, Sadako and Rika-chan are waiting for us, aren't they? Let's stop fooling around and get going. Around and around, fooling like two fluttering butterflies. Jesus Christ. I earnestly wish I could just keep watching them like this.
And you
fucking alliterations, dude. Fooling about. Not even around. Fooling about like two fluttering butterflies. I earnestly wished I could just keep watching them like this.
No, I get it. Higarashi's got some grammatical stuff that makes me fucking slip up too.
But the five of us together would be absolutely more fun.
That's right. Well done. Let's go.
The goal is to plunder 1 billion. Once we split the loot, everybody scram.
Yeah!
The three of us on our bikes headed over the gently sloping hill towards town. Accelerating hard, we crested the hill.
Right. Okinomiya. Yeah, Okinomiya.
The view expanded as Okinomiya Station came into sight. I occasionally come to the station here. Considering the amount of effort it takes to get here, though, it was quite a hassle. That's why I didn't know much about the area around the station, or Okinomiya itself for that matter. The street we were headed down today was of course unfamiliar to me as well. Going through the railway crossing, we headed past the south end of the station. This is the first time I've been this way.
Around here, there's lots of things like arcades and toy stores. Michan knows a lot about it.
So there's an arcade? I used to go to one pretty often. My gamer's blood roils within me.
Always going to an arcade? Kei-chan, you're quite the delinquent. Next time we're here, I'll show you where it is. It's a good one. There's quite a few machines.
It seemed like the town of Okinomiya was Mion's stomping ground. If I asked her, she could tell me a lot about things. A lot of things about it. Eventually we came across a store with quite a few bikes parked in front of it. Where? Was this the arcade? No. It was a smaller shop. Looking at the window display. It seemed like your everyday toy shop. But for almost 10 kids to be filing in and out of the store, they were doing almost too well for themselves. Could it be that store is having some sort of event today?
Exactly. Top prize is 50,000 yen. Sorry.
50,000? That's like 20 bucks. What the heck is that? That's the GMP of the People's Republic of Keiichi 5 times over.
What?
Do you mean what?
I don't know what GN. What is?
I think it's like general net.
I'm assuming it just
it's
means like
something to do-
his net worth or something.
Yeah. Let me give you a definition.
Hmm?
Gross national product. Ugh. It's the product. 2 cute fingers messing about the front of this.
Why'd you laugh, huh? Why'd you laugh?
How the fuck did I get fingers?
What?
How did I get fingers? You didn't hear me say that? I said 2 cute fingers. When is this chapter gonna finish, dude? Oh my god. I'm gonna have a stroke.
Oh.
2 cute figures messing about the front of the store noticed us and waved their hands, their fingers. Hello, everybody.
Oh.
We've been waiting for you.
Good morning.
Hey! Morning, Rika-chan. Sadako, we'll settle this before the cops get here. The goal is to plunder 1 million. Don't even know what plunder means.
You don't know what plunder means?
You are not acting like this when you didn't even know what GNP was.
Plunder is such a pirate term.
Do I look like a fucking pirate to you?
We're gonna watch the. We'll watch the movie. We'll watch the pirate movies. We'll watch the pirate movies. Plunder
What
just
pirate
basically
movies,
means the one my brain is forgetting the name of.
The Pirates of the...
Yes! The Pirates of the Caribbean! Caribbean, no. Don't make fun of the way I just... Steel.
Oh. The fuck? Dude, you don't know what plunder means? You don't know what just telling me what the fuck it means?
Ah.
You don't want the pufferfish carrot part 2, alright?
My brain made the connection to that too.
Keiichi-san? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Are we late? Did we keep you two waiting? We finished early today, so we've been waiting a while. I'm sorry about that. Kei-chan here was taking his sweet time.
Nah, I actually gotta fucking look this up.
Wait, look what up? Plunder?
No.
Wait.
345 bucks? Damn!
Oh, the amount
That
of the prize
that
pool.
ain't bad. That's like 80 per.
Well, if it was Keiichi's fault, it couldn't be helped.
Saying that, Rika-chan stretched up and began patting Mion's head. Hey, wait a minute. Are you solving everything by making me the bad guy? Of course! Who else but Keiichi-chan could fill this important role? I don't like being cast like that.
Oh.
If you think about it, if you think that this will solve everything, you're sorely mistaken.
What? Wait, how did you... What?
I was feeling slightly irritated, so I began to repeatedly smack Satoko on the head. Dude, I switched so many accents.
I know.
Keiichi-san hit me.
It's such a shame that Keiichi's bullying you. Satoko's crying. She's crying. I'm taking her home. Your big sister here will take care of the bad guy, okay? Wait!
Wham! Rena ecstatically wiped the tears, which were probably fake, from Sadako's face, while Rika-chan gently patted mine as I lay sprawled on the ground. Yes, this is fine. Yup. This is the way things are supposed to be solved.
Although, I think we should find a new punchline before you start losing teeth.
Get it? Punchline? Well then, upsy daisy. In any case, the greeting for today went well. Inside the toy shop, there are about 10 boys around the same age as me.
Look at all these cute toys.
Apparently they all knew me on. Bah, you can't say that. That's an IP. Don't get copyrighted.
For saying it?
No, for being in the game.
Oh.
And finding out that she had arrived, they greeted her with jeers a few at a time. Now, what the fuck does jeers mean? I swear, this motherfucker finds out new words and uses them in, like, spurts. Motherfucker is like, oh, that's a cool word. Jeers this, jeers that, jeers, and you never hear it again in the whole fucking chapter.
Mi-chan is a regular at this toy shop, so she has a lot of friends.
A regular at a toy shop? What's up with that? What's up with that? Hey, Keiichi-san, take a look back here. Following Sadako's prompting, I took a look. There were chairs lined up at tables almost for like some sort of birthday party. I realized it immediately. Could it be? This is the venue for today's club activities?
Surprised, Kei-chan? I'm good friends with the owner here. He sometimes lets me hold game tournaments to expand his customer base.
Expand his customer base. I see. Meaning all the boys livening up the place were participants?
That's right. Normally it's just us 5, but today we're gonna play with lots and lots of people.
Rena was innocently happy about being able to play with so many people, but my expression grew noticeably stern. Keiichi-san, I know exactly what you're thinking. Oh? Well then why don't you try saying it? Together, okay, 1, 2...
These are all enemies!
Sadako's voice and mine blended together in harmony. We looked over at the participants. After all, the top prize was 50,000 schmack was. My eyes lit up like a flame.
ね、ケイちゃん。
Hey, Kei-chan.
今日は楽しめ
It
そう
looks like today will be fun.
まあな、
Well,
ライバルが何人増えようが狙うものに変わりは
no
ない
matter
さ。
how many more rivals I have, the goal is still the same.
ライバル
Rivals.
はあケ
Yeah,
I play some
Chan.
rivals.
Oh my.
クジラが水を
Do you
飲む
think
時
a whale keeps track of
今
all
飲
the
んだ
krill
水
it
の中に
eats?
何匹シラスが混じっていたかいちいち数えて
She
ると
said that in
思
an
う
unpleasant voice, laughing with the aggressive glint in her eyes yesterday solely for the club activities. Where the fuck did I get yesterday?
I don't know! I don't know! I don't know. I really don't know. It caught me off guard though. Oh, what happened?
I guess 1 week and a day really fucked up my speaking ability. No, we did. We not do it. We didn't do it last week, did we?
What? Higurashi?
Yeah, was Higurashi last week?
Yes.
Oh, it was because you talked about like taking a little break. Oh no,
Oh, my-
because you okay, because it was a
I-
misunderstanding.
Oh, do you want that break now? Hmm?
I think the stream deserves the break because they are not getting good content.
What do you mean not good content? Everybody loves to hear mess ups.
These are more than mess ups. These are just blatant, weird. My brain's making up stuff now. I am putting words in the mouth of this game. Damn it, Mion. She's as serious as she can. She's as serious as she can get today.
Do you want me to read for a
私だけじ
while?
ゃないよ
I'm not the
I'm
only
not
one
the
who's
only one
serious.
who's
serious.
Oh, no. I've committed the cardinal sin. No.
I think I might need to fucking banish you to the Shadow Realm for a second.
Oh my goodness.
No one can hear you. Wow, you're not even here. Alright, your punishment's over. Welcome back.
Abuse.
I'm being.
ほら
Take a look at
リカちゃん
Rika-chan.
見てごらんよ
Mion pointed.
Looking at where her fingers directed
Looking
me.
Damn, I didn't even get a chance. That's not fair. You have host connection.
Oh my God.
Your ping's like 0.
Beam.
You don't get the reference. Host advantage. You see it before I see it.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh.
なんだありゃ。
What the heck is that? Rika-chan was using those kinds of traits to soften up the group with an almost excessive pleasant pleasantness.
Mom.
Mom.
I'm also going to do my best. Go for it. Yay!
Go for it. Yay. Completely emasculated, the group joined Rika-chan in a cheer. Ah. Alright, I think the inside of the store had been consumed by the world of Rika-chan. Damn, she's already chomping at the bit.
It seems like today is going to be fun. I'm going to do my best. How?
Seemed like Rena was also unusually fired up by the crowd. Large crowd. Hopping about and running around, she had entered entirely into cute mode. I had to say that in a nursery rhyme. In Rena's case, the real fun starts when her tension gauge fills up. Her happy-go-lucky attitude belied the fact that this was the state in which she was the most threatening. I don't know if I read that right. I coasted through it.
You're fine.
Mion was making small talk with some of the regular customers she was acquainted with. It was like business as usual with her. No.
What?
Where's the Higurashi be like? Of course, if anybody thought that Mion looked ordinary, they were not qualified to be in our club. Green-ass hair. The shadow beneath her feet was exuding killer instinct. Killer, you say? Rising up like a chill wind.
Like a child wind.
I was gonna say child!
ミヨンめ恥も外部も捨てるくらいに
Mion,
来たな
throwing away her honor and humanity like that, she's serious.
ケイチさん知らないんですの？
Keiichi-san, didn't you know?
賞金の5万円、ミオン
The
さんの自腹でしたよ。
$50,000 yen prize is from Mion-san's own pockets. What? She was putting out the 50,000 yen all by herself? At that moment, a dark... Nah, that's not a fucking word.
Miasma?
You can't even fucking begin to gaslight me into thinking that is a real human word.
Oh no. Your lack of fantasy knowledge is showing.
A noxious atmosphere or influence. Miasma.
Miasma.
Oh god, man, what the fuck? We just ran 1 mile. What's wrong with you? Oh, it's miasma.
That's actually funny.
I'm gonna just go. That was horrible.
That was great.
At that moment, a dark miasma that warped Mion's surroundings began to appear.
Hmm?
Hmm?
I'm gonna kill you.
What is it, Kei-chan?
私の顔に
Is there something on my face?
てる
Higurashi be like.
Oh my gosh. Nobody even knows that I made that.
That is my line.
That's my line.
Oh my god. Just read. Stop
A
it.
shiver crept up my spine. That Mion, cornering herself like that, she was pulling out the demon lurking within her. Fine with me. Damn it. My knees are shaking like crazy. Arms are weak. Mom's spaghetti. Before I
Why?
realized it, the store had filled up with even more people.
You good?
However, the looks in their eyes. What?
Did your water bottle just fall?
No, it's a very thin water bottle, so when I pull it up to take a drink, it crinkles under the weight of the water.
Oh.
Oh.
Under the weight of what?
The water. What?
Would it not be under the weight of your hand?
Can I show you a visual representation of what's going on?
Later.
I won't have this water later. But sure.
Oh.
However, the looks in their eyes weren't confrontational. They were looks of expectation and curiosity. You know what curiosity killed, right?
The cat.
The Keiichi. They were
Yeah,
the
that
eyes
too.
of onlookers who were wondering what kind of match was going to occur and who was going to win.
最高の舞台じゃね
You couldn't ask for a better stage than this. I pull out my trap card. This is getting interesting.
Keiichi-kun, let's do our best, okay? Do our best. Hello.
Renna was already fully charged. Mortal laws and common sense held no power before the might of Renna in her cute mode. Well, I mean, one thing did, and that was that stuffed animal.
Hmm?
She hit it 3 times in a row and it didn't fall.
Oh, yeah.
It definitely didn't want to fight her, if possible. Got a bunch of simps in the crowd.
Rika-chan, do your best. We're all cheering you on. Okay, I'll do my best.
Hi. Rika-chan, who was exuding way too much charm no matter how you looked at it, had already won over most of the onlookers to her side. Nonchalantly avoiding things had always been Rika-chan's creed, but for her to be blatant... What?
What?
Did
what?
I say something wrong?
No? Wait, what happened? Did I make us... What did I do?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just... It was an accidental noise for an action I did. I wasn't
Blatantly
indicating...
laying out her... Blatantly laying out her machinations like this. Something was definitely strange. What? What? Like Renna, she was somebody who I didn't want to fight if I could help it. Yeah, well, I mean, they're like...
一番戦いたくないのはミオンさんですけどね。
Of course, the one you don't want to fight the most is Mion-san.
何度か部活で奴と視線をくぐったが
I've been lucky to even leave alive. Wow, this is fucking my brain. I've been lucky to even leave alive. I got it. Word. I've been lucky to even leave alive more than a few times at the end of club activities, but
今日ほどやばいと思う日はないぜ
I don't think there was a day that even came close to being this dangerous.
Dangerous.
ミオンさん、一昨日のポーカーで負けた。
Mion-san seems to have developed quite the grudge after losing that poker match a few days back.
らしいな
You know, it seems that way.
つまり今日は
In other words, today is just an elaborate stage for her
特設
revenge.
舞台ってわけだ
It's fucked up. Almost as though she were psychic, Mion turned towards us. Her eyes silently conveyed the message. You guys just figured that out now. It wasn't just Mion, but both Renna and Rika-chan were even more pumped up than they'd ever been. Yeah? One's gonna pop up today. Without a doubt, there'll be casualties.
私とケイチさんがなんとなく置いてきぼ
It
り
seems
ですわ
that somehow Keiichi-san and I are the only ones left.
いかがでございましょう。
What do you think?
なんでしたらスマートに
Should we
初戦
not
をお手合わせ願い
have
ま
our
せんで
match
した
during the opening round?
そうしよっか
Might as well.
俺もエンジンがかかるまで鳴らしをし
I need to warm up before I can really kick it into gear. What do they play? Hey, Garage, be like... My spinal column shuddered, like it had been struck by a bolt of lightning and like a pillar of ice was being jammed into it, began to freeze. I could almost see the flames backlighting Sadako with their intensity. Even then, while Sadako was displaying a normal smile, it was cold and inhuman, almost as if it was a plastic mask.
そんなに俺を初戦で消したいかよ
You must really want to eliminate me in the opening round.
先が隠せてないぜ。
You can't hide that murderous intent.
あら残念ですわね。
Oh, that's too bad.
ケイチさんにしてはなかなか慎重
You're
です
being
よ。
uncharacteristically cautious today, Keiichi-san. Without a doubt, it was a trap. I don't know what she had up her sleeve, but if I fought with Sadako during the opening round, my loss would be even more certain than if I went against Mion. I pitch black I'm telling you, bro, he literally just learned the fucking word as he was writing it. A pitch black miasma permeated. Alright, that's an alright, cool word. Permeated the inside of the store. Did they all want to win that 50,000 prize that much? No, that's not right. The only ones competing for the prize money were the casual participants. I was different. I had mistaken this as just a way to fool around on a normal Sunday. It didn't matter when it was, or where it was, or who our opponents were. In our club, the goal is always to be on the very top of the mountain. An intense flame that no strong winds could extinguish, hot enough to melt any steel, began to burn inside me. A fuse had been lit on this unprecedentedly intense club battle. It was then the owner of the store told me in a lackadaisical voice that it was about time to begin.
みんないいかな。
Is everybody ready? What?
慶長慶長。
Listen close now.
Mion began with the formalities, standing in for the owner. Standing in for the owner and explain the rules of today's tournament. You're only playing to win. There's no second or third place. That's the same rule as our club. There were 50 people participating. We were to split the club. We were to split up in 5 groups via draw, and each group would have 1 winner. Each winner in the first stage would advance to the next in order to compete the final.
さて、各卓の競技方法なんだ
Now,
けど、
as for how each group will compete,
これは各
each
卓で
table
好
can
きに
decide to play whatever they want.
このお店
As
にあ
long
る
as the game is here in the shop, anything goes.
Already in club mode, DEFCON 1, I didn't let the small gap in the rules go unnoticed.
ミオン、質問いいか。
Man, can I ask a
みんな
question?
自分の得意ゲームを主張して決ま
Why
らないんじゃねえ
everybody
のか
push to play a game they're good at and not be able to agree on which one?
はあ、
How?
そうだね。
That's
決
right.
まらないと
If we can't
始めら
decide,
れな
we
いね。
can't start.
Spectators also nodded along. It was only natural. There wasn't anybody who could simply cede to their opponent's suggestion.
紳士的に決めて
I'd
ほしい
prefer
け
if
ど
you were all good sports and managed to come to a decision on your own. But if it comes to a stalemate, should we have the store's owner decide for you?
It was an event at a toy store after all. You'd expect the owner to referee. After that, Mion's rundown continued. It ended with the rule that any losing participants would have to buy the game they lost at. A rather nice proposition for the store. First, we used a draw to split it into 5 groups. Everybody's lined up in single file and began to draw tickets that the shop owner had prepared. It was my turn. Alright, time to draw. No matter who I was up against, I'd crush them. What is it going to be, all 5 different? At that moment, Mion began to laugh with a hawkish gleam in her eye.
当然わかってると思うけど、
Of course, I'm sure you already know, but club members will have a separate penalty game than the casual participants.
Heh,
そんなことだろうと思ったぜ。
I thought as much.
内容はなんだ？
What's the gist of it?
The winner gets to give the losers one order each.
Contrary to how simple it sounded, it was terrifying eventuality, the subject of which no one could predict. Damn you, Mion. Was she really planning on paradising me around Hinamizawa in cat ears and a banana hammock with a tail attached or something? The look of Mion's face told me she wasn't going to let me off that easy. On top of that, this time it wasn't just the person who finished last who'd have to submit to the penalty game.
敗者一人一人に命令。
The losers get one order each. In other words, even if you don't finish last, you still have to do the penalty game?
That'd be the case.
勝者がない場合は
What about if there's no winner?
部活メンバーが全員途中で脱
What
落
if all
し
the
たらだから
members drop out midway through?
Keichan, are you alright in the head?
何？
What? The look in Mion's eyes became that of a lion bearing its fangs.
How exactly are the elite members of our club going to lose to some mewling newborns? Keichan, don't embarrass me by getting eliminated in the first round.
Even so, I didn't feel threatened. The more into it my opponent was, the stronger I would become.
見てろ。
You just wait and see.
ただミオンにいじめられてたわけじ
I
ゃない
won't
って
just
こと
sit
は
and I won't just sit here and be bullied by you, Mion. I'll show you.
We shall meet in the finals.
The results of the draw were enough to make you cry, conspiracy. Now all 5 of them are in different groups.
Oh yeah.
All the members of the club were nicely divvied up amongst the 5 tables. How did this happen when the draw was that random? Because it's a video game you made.
Oh.
The thought that I was already caught in Mion's puppet strings made me feel uneasy. That was fine though. I'll crush all your petty tricks. Now, where were my opponents? Everybody was headed to the table corresponding to the number on their ticket. Brother. Bro, Keichan, if you don't wipe the floor with these fucking imbeciles. The competition at my table was these two, huh? They look younger than me? Fucking Sheldon over here. Huh?
あれお前ら学校のクラス
Aren't
メ
you
ート
two
だよ。
classmates of mine?
あ、どうも。
Oh, hi.
富田です。
Hi, I'm Tomita.
彼は岡村です。
This is Okamura.
Okamura greeted me by nodding his head. So my opening round was against my juniors from school? Just saying, but it seemed like a pretty easy matchup. Lucky. Time to destroy them without mercy.
Alright then, everybody. Please decide on the games and start. Street Fighters is out? Nice. Yeah, it would be. It's the 28th. Yeah.
With Mion's declaration, the inside of the store suddenly became lively.
Bum, bum, bum.
Everybody was yelling their favorite video game, their favorite games at each other, trying to gain an advantage before they started. Even my 2 classmates who seemed... You even tried it. Try it. Try it. Right now, try it.
Tack turn.
Say it again.
Tack turn.
Tack a turn?
Tack turn.
Tacturn.
Tacturn. I think that's how you say it anyway. I mean, I feel like the I has to be silent.
Taciturn.
Taciturn?
Yeah. Thank you, exactly. My point. Who seemed taciturn at first glance, began to fiercely insist on their own games as the signal was given. Of course, I would kick those suggestions aside. There was absolutely no reason to pick a game your opponent was good at.
悪いな
But this
True.
fucking
ど
loser
れ
over
も知
here.
らないゲームなんだ
Can we play chess?
Sorry, they're all games I don't know.
もっと知名度の高いやつにしてくれ
Could you pick something a little bit more well known? Of course, they didn't agree to the games I suggested either. I can only smirk bitterly. Naturally, after 5 minutes, this table still couldn't agree on a game. Obeying the rules, we asked the store owner to decide on a game. Clearing his throat, the shop owner brought over a board game from the back of the store. It was a game called Billionaire. Ha! Quite the vintage we have here. Come to think of it, if you lose, you have to buy this game. That damn shop owner, was he using this competition to get rid of all the games he couldn't sell?
これ
Yep.
なら俺も知ってるよ
I know this one.
二人も知ってるよな
You guys do too, right?
ルーレットを回してゴールを目指す
Spin the wheel and head to the goal.
最後に生産して一番お
Whoever has
金
the
を持っ
most
てる
money
やつ
after
が
we
勝ちだ
liquidate our assets is the winner. These motherfuckers don't even know what liquidate means. They literally are like 2 years removed from even being liquid. Talking about some liquidate.
How old do you think the characters are?
These motherfuckers look like fucking... I can still see the tails from their sperm cell.
Ah!
These motherfuckers are youngins.
They're like 9-year-olds.
They look like they're 6.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh.
The two nodded in agreement, and finally, game was underway. At that time, I already had a feeling of impending crisis. I wouldn't realize why until the game progressed a bit.
1、2、3、
1,
4
2, 3, 4.
出産祝いをもらう
Celebrate the birth of your child. Oh.
全員から$5,000ドルもらう
Receive $5,000 from everybody. That's US dollars too. That's like millions of yen. Sorry. Okay, I've built quite a lead.
1、2、3、
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
ボーナス
Bonus!
から10万ドル
Receive $100,000 from the bank. What?
The tables were turned in an instant.
1、2、3
1, 2,
出
3.
世コースに進
Proceed
む
to the corporate ladder course. Well, that's a good route. It seemed like only my piece was landing on the steady spaces. I had doubts as to why Mion didn't bring out board games for club activities, but the reason was laid bare to me before my eyes. It was luck? That's right. I had only realized it now. This game was completely based on luck. What could I possibly do to make sure I ended up in first place at the end? The ultimate outcome of this game was decided in a place beyond human hands. However, how were the other club members doing? My eyes naturally wandered off to other tables. Neon's table was... what? They weren't doing anything. They still not decided on a game? This naive idea exists to distract me from the most frightening possibility. Mion was lounging about, leisurely holding some juices she bought from the vending machine outside in one hand. When our eyes met, she gave me a look of ease. It shouldn't be. She already finished? What game was it? That easily? It's probably too late to be concerned with that at this point. Only 5 minutes since we started, and our opponents were already beyond recourse. They were sitting there, slumped over in disappointment. Muttering to themselves, trying to figure out where they went wrong. For that, they'd find no answer. Was there any reason for their defeat other than they sat at the same table as Mion? Then what about Rena's table? The spectators were causing quite a commotion. It looked like the game was Karuta. The shop owner was apparently the one reading out the cards. Rena tended to dawdle along and space out a lot. Wouldn't she have a hard time with this game?
じゃあ読みますよ。
Then I'll read it out.
犬も歩けば
The dog gets tired of a walk. Bang! At the same instant, the shop owner began sounding at the words the card question disappeared off the face of the table. No, the face of the earth. Impossible. Where did it go? It was against Rena's cheek? She was rubbing it there.
So cute! I'm taking it home!
Looking at the card Rena was rubbing against her cheek was some anime-themed version of Karuta. Rather cute Mo illustrations decorating the cards. Basically, it was a picture of a pretty dog girl with a slightly large chest, panting in half in tears as she was being pulled along a chain. Jesus Christ. They got the Gunnar Karuta cards out.
Yeah.
With those types of pictures, even I could play with the godlike speed. Of all people to play that game, it had to be Rena. Of all people, it was entirely possible that her fingertips were on the verge of breaking the sound barrier.
決まったね。
It's over.
Mion smiled coolly. Seeing no further reason to keep watching, she turned back.
So cute, so cute! Even if I win, I'll still buy these cards. I'm taking them home. How?
After that, the second card started being read out. Bam! Bam! Such decisive sounds echoed. Ugh. Well then, how about Sadako? Oh, she's just playing a rather orthodox game. Concentration. Judging from the distressed look on Sadako's face, it seemed that she was struggling somehow. One of the main characteristics of concentration is that the pace of the game speeds up as it goes on. As the number of cards to memorize decreases, it becomes easier to match several pairs in a row. It wouldn't be exaggeration. That's not English. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that the person to take over the flow of the match can run away as the wiener. The cards still in play had decreased. If you had memorized the cards that had been turned over before, you should have a good chance to sweep the table at this point. Sadako probably knew the positions of all the remaining cards. However, her turn came a little too late. If her opponent followed up, the match would be decided.
北条、悪いけど、僕も優勝賞金を狙ってるんだ。
Hojo, sorry, but I'm also aiming for the prize money.
悪く思うなよ。
Don't hate me for this. This guy, did he have the locations of the remaining cards memorized? He was completely certain of his victory. The tension on his face relaxed.
決まったな。
It's over. I whispered that in a bored manner as I turned my attention back to my own game. I spun the wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
え、
What?
そんな。確かに。
No way.
ハートの
The Ace of Hearts should have been here. There was a commotion at Sadako's table as his shout rang out. The other two at my table turned around in surprise. I didn't. After all, there really wasn't anything to be surprised about. The onlookers were confounded, most of them certain that the Ace of Hearts should have been there. There's no way. I must be seeing things. It must have been because I was excited. So assured in his victory, the distress over his defeat ran deep. Humph. That's how it is. If his opponent wasn't Sadako, then the Ace of Hearts certainly would have been there. What a fool. When you're up against Sadako, you can't let your guard down for a moment until the battle is over.
あら、ケイチさんの勝負はまだつきませんの？
Keiichi-san, you still haven't finished your match.
センスないですわね。
You have no sense for these things. With a refined tone of voice, reserved for only winners, Sadako called out to me. For the casual observer, it must have looked like she only eked out a victory. But from my point of view, however, she was only playing around. The roles of the winner and loser had already been decided. It was nothing more than child's play. The laughable part of that was that her opponent didn't know his role had already been assigned.
やるじゃねえか。
This is so anime-esque writing and dialogue. Nice work there.
It is an anime.
I know, but it just
ハートの
reeks
エー
of
ス
it.
なんて、
あ
嘘の罠をかけやがって。
Setting up a farce of a trap with the Ace of Hearts.
相手を仕留める罠はほんのちょっぴり。
My opponent only walked into one of my traps.
それも一個で十分ですよ。
Even then, one was more than enough. Sadako was a trapper. Didn't know she played for the king. Her true talent was never having one misfire. Setting off only one trap was more than enough. Humph, ain't that cool. The fact the other club members were winning one after the another with their own band of play only added to my impatience at my own lack of progress. Oh right, how was Rika-chan doing? How was our club's sly little fox doing? What the heck is that? Over in the corner, the mood of that table was decidedly different from the others. The game at Rika-chan's table was, you know, that battery-powered fishing game? The one where the fish opened and closed their mouths as they rotated on the platform. And you use a magnetic fishing rod to pick them up. That old thing.
I love that. I used to love that game.
It seemed they planned on competing by seeing who could catch the most fish, but it had become an atmosphere you could hardly call competitive.
わあ、
Wow.
釣れ
I caught one.
うまいうまい
You're so good.
リカちゃんうまいよ
Rika-chan, you're good. I doubt that's a man.
また釣られちゃった
Oh my
よ
gosh, you caught another one.
リカちゃんはうまいな
They're
Rika-chan is
boys.
really good at this. I knew that Rika-chan had already charmed her opponents along with the onlookers before the matches had even begun, but that's cheating. Brilliantly played.
Cheating!
That corner had become an informal meeting of the Rika Farood fan club.
リカちゃんの圧勝だよ
It's Rika-chan's total victory.
圧勝だよ
Total victory.
リカちゃん
Rika-chan's good at fishing, isn't she?
リカちゃんが釣ってるのは多分魚じゃないと思うな。
What Rika-chan is trolling for probably isn't fish. Hearing that, she glanced over at my way briefly. This is my way of getting serious. That's what I heard.
リカにしかできないリカだから許される大技ですわね
This is a masterful technique that only Rika is allowed. Only Rika can do. Yeah. Masterful technique.
前原さんの番ですよ
Bye bye, Shine. It's your turn.
ああ、すまんすまん。
Oh, sorry.
俺の番か。
Guess it is.
1、2、
1, 2.
脱税の追徴課税。
Fined for
5万ドル
taxes.
支払う。
Pay $50,000. In contrast, my game was an unseemly situation this was. What an unseemly situation this was. Noticing the uneasiness creeping across my face, my companions came to see how I was doing.
あれケイチくんひょっとして苦戦かな苦戦かな岡村
You good, Willa?
Sorry. Kichi-kun, could it be that you're... Could it be you're struggling? You're struggling?
Okamura!
あなた今いくらぐらい持ってますですの
Right now, how much money do you have? 0. Okimura, who had wrung lots of money out of the elite course, began to count through a stack of white $100,000 bills.
98万ちょいくらいかな
About 980,000, I guess.
富田はどれくら
How
い
much money do you have, Tomita?
Not bad.
You're good.
うん僕は
I have 880,000.
まだまだ逆転できる位置だね
I'm still close enough to turn this game around.
Those two look like they were they would easily surpass $1 million.
で
Well,
ケ
Kei-chan,
イちゃんはいくら
how
持って
much
ん
do
の
you have?
Leon's tone was grim from the get-go. It was her disappointment and disgust as club president.
仕方ねえだろ。
I-
このゲーム
it can't be
ルーレット
helped.
回す以外に
There's no
何も
strategy
作戦が
involved
ないん
other
だ
than
ぜ
spinning the wheel in this game.
イカサマがあるとしたらなんだよ。
How am I supposed to
二人に目
cheat?
をつぶって100 数
Tell
えて
those
も
two to
らって
close their eyes
そ
and
の
count
隙に
to
ルーレッ
100 while
トに
I
細工
rig
で
the
もするの
wheel?
か
You know there's no way I
そん
could
な
do
の
that.
できるわけねえだろ。
Rika-chan gently pat my head. Still, she wasn't too happy.
ブー様ですわね
How pathetic.
一度は好敵手と思ったのに
At one point, I thought you'd be a worthy adversary.
幻滅でしたよ
I've been utterly disillusioned.
投げちゃダメ
Don't give up, Kei-chan.
何か逆
There has to be some way to make a comeback. Do your best.
最後まで
Right till the end.
Like I said, how am I supposed to make a comeback with this game relying entirely on luck? Right, Leon? Leon's face, however, was almost unbelievably indifferent, like she was watching something completely unexciting. She then turned her back without saying a word.
おい、ミオ。
Hey, Mion. It was a pathetic voice that irked even myself.
失望したよ。
I'm
みん
disappointed.
な本気なの。
Everybody was serious about this, but you're the only one who wasn't.
本気ってなんだよ。
What do you mean by serious?
気合でルーレットの目をコントロールしろってのかよ。
Are you telling me to control the spinner through sheer force of will?
そんなのできるかよ。
How can I do that?
本気のケイちゃん。
If you were serious about it,
そのゲームで
you
も
would have
開始
settled this
10秒
game
の
10
鍵をつけ
seconds
て
from when you started.
みーちゃん
Michan, you don't have to get so angry. Wait!
Mion, in a bad mood, cast me aside and disappeared into the depths of the shop. Maybe it was because it had become an awkward situation, but the spectators dispersed from around my table. Damn it, why are you... Damn it, are you saying I'm not serious about this? Would have settled this game in chance in 10 seconds? If I were serious. Everybody was praying for my victory. They believed in me. Did I betray their expectations? Was it because I wasn't serious? Ugh.
ゲーム進めます？
Should we continue the game? Two of them were timidly trying to resume play. I didn't respond to that. The table sunk into silence.
前原君は投了でいいかな。
Mabaraku, should I take that to mean you're giving up? The owner is thinking I was forfeiting. Started to announce a cancellation of the game. At that moment. Do I have to say that? That is the cringiest shit I've ever read in my life.
I can read it. The demon inside me let loose a howl and awakened. I get it now, Mion. What it means for me to be serious. I'll show you!
Ow.
Bump!
My
Clamp my hands on their shoulders, speaking in a low voice after pulling them closer.
富田君。
I will murder your family. Tomita-kun.
岡村君。
Tomita-kun. Okamura.
取引しよ
Let's make a deal.
う。俺を勝たせろ。
Let me win. The two of them, not immediately understanding what I had just said or the meaning behind it, were momentarily confused.
前原さん、暴力はなしですよ。
Hey man, no violence.
ちゃんとゲームで勝敗を。
Let's settle this game properly.
話は最後まで聞け。
Just listen to what I have to say.
お前らの望みは何だ？
What is it you guys want?
優勝して5万円か？
The $50,000 yen prize?
そりゃそうですよ。
Well, of course.
5万なんて大金。
Winning that kind of money is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
仮に優勝したとして、
Even supposing you win,
お前らその5万で何をする？
what are you gonna do with that money?
どんな楽しみ方をする？
How are you gonna enjoy it? Two of them considered it briefly.
新しいゲーム買うとか、
Buy a new game or something.
お菓子とか、
Snacks.
ジュースとか。
Maybe some juice.
小せえ小せえ。
That's petty. So petty.
バカかお前ら。
Are you guys stupid?
じゃあ、前原さんが勝ったら。
Then how will you enjoy it if you win, my bar, son?
俺か？
Me?
そこが本題だ。
That's the point.
今から言うことを黙って聞け。
Shut up and listen to what I have to say. We club members have a penalty game separate from the casual participants. If we lose, we have to obey a single command from the winner. From another point of view, the winner earns the prize of being able to order the club members around.
まず富田君、
First
君
of
は
all,
里子萌えだよな。
Tomita-kun, you like Sadako, right? Whoa.
否定すんな。
Don't deny it.
そして岡村君、
Next, Okamoto-kun.
君はリカ萌えだな。
You like Rika, right?
赤くなるな。
Don't turn
Don't
red!
turn red. I drew the two of them, red-faced and conscious of whether anyone else heard what I just said. Even closer.
美少女。
Oh my.
萌え。男の推薦、男のロマン。
Do you want me to say it?
No, I think we could just leave the. We could just go to the next one.
例えるなら、永遠にたどり着けないエデンのその。
The next one?
It's a crazy sentence. What the fuck is a mo?
Moe is just cute.
Oh. You can press it quick. Click.
Oh,
だけど目指すんだろ。
even then you'd still aim for it, wouldn't you? It's because our passionate soul screamed for Moe.
That sensitive age where you couldn't say you liked the girl you liked. Understanding that gave me all more power.
俺が優勝したら富田君、
Tomita-kun, if I win,
里子を一日。
I'll make sure Sadako
君
wear
の
their.
妹にしてあげよう。
I'll make Sadako wear a collar and be your little sister for a day. I read fountain speech from both of Tomita-kun's nostrils. Jesus.
そして岡村君、
Also, Okamoto-kun,
君には猫耳リカちゃんに手綱を
I'll
つけ
put
て
cat ears
お散歩
on
させてあげよう。
Rika-chan and let you take her out for. Oh, whoa. And let you take her out for a walk on a leash. Blood erupted from the vein in Okamoto-kun's forehead.
そんなことそんな
うるさいんだ。
Don't be shy.
お前たちは俺に無理やり付き合わされたこと
Just pretend I forced you to go along with me.
前原先輩のわがままの犠牲者なだけ。
You two are simply sacrifices to my Baro Senpai's whims. You can pretend to be against it, I understand. I know everything that your heart desires. Then I suddenly lowered the tone of my voice.
俺は灰色の学校生活
My school life was very bleak.
それがどんなにつまらなく。
I know with everybody how with my everybody how foolish it is to waste such an important time in your life.
だから後輩のお
So
前
to
たち
you,
は
my juniors,
そんな時間を過ごしてほしく
I
ない
don't
ん
want
だ
you to
よ。
live your lives like that.
自分に素直になれ。
Be honest with yourselves.
夢を追え。
Chase your
そして
dreams.
叶えろ。
Fulfill them.
俺が叶えてやる。
I'll fulfill them for you.
俺がだ。
I will. It was this moment that the values of men bridged generations. Did I ever have a mentor who spoke my mind for me so strongly? Never.
Oh.
There was no way there was.
What? Why'd you say ow?
I hit my hand on my desk accidentally.
Oh.
Don't on me. Don't on me. I'm a strong man.
Give me a second.
Okay.
It's because in a man's lifetime, he only have 3 fateful encounters. The valuable first time was being experienced right this moment between these two. With these two.
じゃあ、
Oh god. It's fine then.
行くぞ。
Let's do it.
せーの
1, 2, 3.
ゲーム終了
It was such an assertive declaration of the game's ending that everybody in the store turned and looked. It had been less than 3 minutes since I was on the verge of forfeit and all the spectators were certain of my loss.
ケイチさん、どうなりましたの？
Casey-san, what happened?
勝敗は？
Who won?
俺の完全勝利だ
It was my complete victory.
Complete victory.
なんですって？
What did you say?
あの状況、どうやってひっくり返しましたの？
Exactly how did you overcome that situation?
家庭なんか必要ないよな
There's no need to explain what happened.
男と男の決着だよ
It was a gentleman's agreement.
ああみんな
Right, guys?
Yes, sir!
Yes, sir. Two of them, stifling tears of gratitude, answered strongly from the bottom of their hearts. Exactly what kind of miracle occurred here? During those 3 minutes, the spectators all looked away from my utter disadvantage.
You did it! You did it, Keiichi-kun, yay!
The spectators were puzzled at how I was able to so quickly overcome that hopeless situation. That guy, is he able to control the spinner wheel with his eyes or something?
It's a miracle.
What devilry is this? He's in cahoots with that Mion, you know? There's no doubt he had some strange tricks up his sleeve. I looked at the crowd, who couldn't help but be excited. Out of the corner of my eye, now fully awakened in battle mode, I let out this derisive laugh?
Derisive, I think, is the right way. I'm not sure.
Derisive laugh.
これが俺の本気ってことだよ
So this is what it means for me to be serious.
ミオ
Mion.
遅えってな
You took your sweet time.
Bearing fangs at each other, we laughed together in the most unsightly fashion.
じゃあこれで部活メンバーが全員
With this, all the club members have cleared the first round then.
ということは
Which means this time, it's a match against everybody. A match!
対決だね。僕は
I've already decided what I'm going to buy with the prize money.
もちろんですわ。
Also, I'll speak for Sadako right now. That's only natural. Right?
Sadako and Rena smiled, sneered at each other. These guys. Do they really think they can win against Keiichi Maibara when it gets this serious?
ミオ
Mion,
失敗だったな
that was a mistake.
お前はさっき
You
俺
shouldn't
に
have
助
offered
言
me
すべき
advice
じゃなか
just
った
now.
ぜ
What a mewling newborn you are. You're a million light years too early to think you can win against me.
ミオ光年は距離の単位だぞ
Mion, light years are a measure of distance. Oh, she's embarrassed. She is embarrassed.
どうするのみーちゃん。
What are we doing, Michan?
5人でどう戦う
How are the five of us going to face off?
か
How?
さーて
Well, now.
これだけ豪華な
We have such a splendid lineup. It would be a waste to rush things.
なみーの言ってる
Me is saying something complicated again.
まさかてめえ
It couldn't be. Why you? Mion's hair flowed elegantly, almost like a cape as she turned her back to the table.
今日の勝
As for today's contest, I, Club President Mion Sonozaki, will reserve judgment for now. Method and time are yet undecided. The more spectators, the better. It should be in front of everybody from Hinamizawa and Okinomiya. By then, we'll know the best way to finally settle things. Are you running away from this? This is too unfair even for you, Mion-san. You newborn. Do you still not realize what has happened?
The combative aura billowing out of Mion's body formed a barrier stopping Sadako's advance.
We'll meet again. Prepare yourselves for your inevitable defeat.
With a shrill laugh, Mion left the store. After a moment of silence, the crowd erupted in cheers. When will they resume the contest? Mion's serious. The other members did great too. That guy, Maibara, he's got some strange power. He turned the tables in an instant.
Maibara-san! You've got to win!
You've got to win!
Yeah! Yeah. I'll dunk someone like Mion head first into this river Styx for ya. Part of the crowd that had apparently overheard the covenant between Tomita-kun and these fucking names, man.
Do you want me to read for a while?
Please.
Okay. Tomita-kun, Omura-kun, and myself erupted into a cheer again. Mion's going to win anyways. She's the undefeated empress. I'm betting on Mion. No, it's going to be Rena with that ungodly speed. Sadako the trap artist. Rika the siren. It may be a long shot, but it'll be Maibara. However, right now I had to ear for those cheerful voices. Setting the stage for this huge match and then running away like that, I wasn't going to forgive Mion. Outside the store, Mion was getting on her bike as the shop owner was seeing her off. Don't run away, Mion! If you're the club president, don't run! Fight me! Oh, sorry, Kei-chan. Right now, I've got to get to my part-time job. Huh? Like you would see in a sketch comedy show, my legs slipped in opposite directions until I was doing the splits. Yeah, while you were playing your game, Michan received a phone call. It's too bad. I was just getting good. It was just getting good too. Not our lucky day. They're getting crushed at the sale over at my uncle's store. They don't have enough people to work the register, so he called me for help. When you say your uncle, does he manage a supermarket or something? It's just a small store. But whenever you put stuff on special, all the housewives swarm in like locusts. Don't they have any common sense? Even though they don't have enough staff, they're selling a carton of eggs for 10 yen, limit 1 per customer. I was a little surprised. You would never think that this was the club president exuding such a dark aura inside the store just a short time ago. It was the usual Mion right now, almost exasperatingly so. My shoulders slumped. That's right, club mode was over now. But it was really heated today. It really was fun. Damn Mion, she really knows how to fire people up. Me too. I got so fired up and my head started to tingle. Especially Kei-chan. That was scary. I thought he was going to eat me alive there. It's work, so I guess there's nothing you can do. But it really is too bad. I really want to continue this some other time. Any time is good. How about we do it at the Watanagashi Festival? The cotton drifting 5-demon firefight. That's right. I'll think about it. You good?
Yeah?
Well, you made a noise, so I was like, what?
My headphones. I was moving my headphones.
Okay. Right now, what were Rika-chan and Mion talking about? Well, the Nagashi Festival? Cotton drifting 5D, even what? I love it when things turn out all over the top and manga-like. It'd be nice if we could have another thrilling club activity like this soon. She laughed with a smile that made you feel refreshed just looking at it. At that moment, the shop owner came out carrying a paper bag. I wonder what it is. Is he giving it to us? Thank you, everybody, for today. Thanks to you, the event went really well. It's not much, but here's a little something for you guys. Huh? Hey, Uncle Yoshiro. Isn't there a little something for me, too? My. Quite an adorable one, is it not? When Sadako and Rika-chan opened the bag, there was cute little stuffed animals inside. Wow! They're so cute! Can I take them home? I really can? Which means there's something for me too. Oh, I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress. One you'd use to play house. Rena's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Sadako was the same, and Rika-chan too. Kei-chan got the one that fits him the least. How do I say this? I could say it's pretty or cute. Well, I guess it's cute and pretty, I can admit. It's adorable. But a doll with changeable clothes is... If you walked around with it, then you'd be treated as like a weirdo starting tomorrow, definitely. Mia didn't have to go that far. This wasn't something a guy like me should be carrying around. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. However, after briefly considering, I gave it to Rena instead. Huh?
Oh my god.
You giving it to me?
What a picture.
Yeah. To Rena? Thank you! Just protecting myself. If I didn't give it to Rena, then walking the streets at night would be scary. No doubt.
I thought about giving it to Mion, but it just didn't feel right.
Oh. Hold on, don't say this next. Don't say the next. It's fine. You know it. I sometimes wonder why I wasn't born a boy.
Better that you're a girl? If you were a boy, I would have killed you already.
You should kill me while you still can. If you don't, Kei-chan, you might not live to regret it.
Mion laughed after saying such an ominous line. Everybody laughed heartily along with her. What? What happened? What? What's going on?
She didn't get anything. I thought the line was different. It's been a while since I played this chapter.
No. Ask God to make you a boy in your next life. I'll also have him make me a boy.
Then together the two of us will start with taking over the country as a warm-up.
Mion-chan, if you don't get going soon, the shop owner told her meekly. A lot of us look like we were having a lot of fun, so it must have been hard to put wet blanket on things.
Later then. Today was really fun. I'll see you later, guys. Tomorrow at school.
Don't be late for work. Everybody waved their hands and watched as Mion left. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting and the breeze carried a hint of chill.
Should we play for a bit in Warren Town? Or should we go home? The road gets scary when it's dark. Then I guess it's time to leave. We certainly caused a ruckus today.
We sure did. Okay. Let's go home. The wind blew gently as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I didn't really mind it.
Oh, that's right. Rena-san, you achieved an overwhelming victory, didn't you?
レナがああなっちゃ悪いけど誰にも
When
勝ち目
Rena
は
gets
ない
like
な
that, I'm sorry to say it, but there's no winning against her. Yeah, I guess the Watanagashi didn't happen then.
It was because the cards were so cute! See? I bought them! Oh! Rika was the same as usual. When it comes to boys, it's like taking candy from a baby. It was an easy win.
どこまで計算づくでどこまでが天然なのか
How much was calculated and how much was natural?
リカちゃんの行く末が実に怖
I
い
get
な
scared when I think about how Rena will turn out in the future.
Sadako-chan was amazing too. The way it ended was really exciting. It wasn't the sort of game where I should be complimented. Keiichi, you also showed your fangs at the end there.
Hmm?
まあな
But, I
俺は
guess.
追い詰められてからが強い
I'm the type of
男だ
guy who's strongest when he's cornered. Huh, is that so?
Tomita-san and the others seemed to be cheering you on really hard. What was that about? He made some sort of promise with Tomita and Okumura. It's probably a secret. A secret? A secret? Oh, I wonder what it is. I wonder.
男には時に戦いを通じてしか
Sometimes for a man, there are times we can only understand one another by fighting. Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents and reflected on how fun today was.
Everybody look! The sunset is beautiful!
Sadako, getting even more excited, pointed right in where her finger indicated was an immense sunset, casting even longer shadows of us on our bikes. The cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. Oh, were they?
Bow. Bam bam bow. Game
Oh, that's it.
Masters. Who's Mion's uncle? Yep, sorry. I suddenly got called into my part-time job in my uncle's shop today.
なんだなんだじゃあ今日の部活はお流れってわけか
Was that no club today then? Well, I'm sorry. Mion put her hands together in apology and grinned. If you really want to do club act today, then you can always do it without this old man. The club locker is stuffed full with games. You can pick whatever.
Oh, it's this one. I remember this happening.
The club locker was the trans-dimensional space from which Mion pulled games whenever we met for club activities. I wondered how so many freaking games could be stored in the locker. It was even smaller than the one with the cleaning supplies in it. Besides those games, it was also a cornucopia of suspicious objects, costumes? Punishment games. If we lined them all up on the floor in order to sort them, they would definitely fill the entire classroom.
How big is that locker?
It's not that big. Nah, we shouldn't. I get the feeling that if I mess around in that locker, everything inside will come tumbling down on me. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe amateurs shouldn't meddle with this. Mion gave a hearty laugh, implying that the only one who could do so was the club president. Me, the teacher is looking for the key to the gym storehouse. Do you have any idea where it could be? Eh? Did I not return to the teacher's lounge? Mion said, feeling about in her pocket. Judging by her expression, she must have planned on returning it, but it was still in her pocket. I knew you had it, Mion-san. I knew beyond a shadow of doubt that you simply must have been the one who had it. I was right too, Sadako, and I were both right. Giggling, Sadako and Rika-chan clapped their hands together in celebration. You're annoying. Slap slap! Mion elbowed Sadako and Rika-chan in their heads, then headed for the teacher's lounge. Oh right, have you two heard? Mion has a part-time job and that's why she's not coming to the club. Oh, is that so? That's so very droll of her. The two of them made disappointed faces. Whatever anyone said, Mion's club was always the #1 thing I looked forward to when going to school. It wasn't hard to agree with their melancholic expressions after hearing it wouldn't be happening today. So Mion's got a part-time job. I wonder what she's doing anyway. Whenever Mion canceled the club, it was usually because of her job. However, it also didn't seem like she went there every day. She would go 2 or 3 days in a row, then not go at all for a while. It sounded like a pretty damn random part-time job.
She isn't working at any one shop or anything.
She isn't? Then does that mean she's a day laborer? Mion, wearing socks and a helmet, sweating to death in a factory. I couldn't imagine such a thing.
Mion-san helps her uncles out whenever their employees go on vacation. She's like a handyman.
Ah, I get it. Now that you mention it, her having a job at her uncle's place. I think I've heard about that before. She has a lot of uncles who run their own shops, so Mi is in very high demand. She has a lot of uncles who own shops? A lot of them? Oh, you were unaware, Keiichi-san? There are many relatives of Mion-sans in Okinomiya who run their own stores. Huh? I didn't know that. So they're all different kinds? Yes, there's a bakery, a produce market, a ramen shop, and many others besides. That toy store we went to for the club the other day is one of them. I was dumbfounded. That's amazing. Is Mion's family blessed with some kind of crazy business sense? They run so many different things, it's kind of amazing.
There are others, like a loan shark, a land shark, a strip club, and a brothel.
What I'm saying is they do lots of things. Okay, a couple of weird things came up that time, but still! I could tell it was pretty extensive. So the reason she's so fussy about returning money she lent you is because the blood of loan sharks runs through her veins, huh? That explains that.
Once I completely forgot to pay me back for money she gave me to go shopping, and she threatened me saying that if I didn't return it all, she'd throw me into the red light district and that would be the end of me. Rika-chan being sold to the entertainment industry to pay off her debts. Dying by being thrown on the ground must be the silliest form of death I've ever heard of. Huh? She doesn't really get it, does she? Recently she seemed so unspoiled. Rika-chan and I gave her a pat on the head. What? Why are you petting me? We're petting you because you're a good girl, Sadako.
Sadako was lost in confusion, but she seemed to understand she was being made fun of. Alright, well that's that for Higurashi.
There's only one tip? Hey.
Yeah, there was only one. And look at that, we did it in under 2 hours! Under 2!
We had our reading chops out.
Yes.
Maybe you stream later tonight.
Maybe. Oh. At least I know
What?
I'm consistent with where I put my model.
Now who has a big head, huh?
Huh?
Your PNG cover in your VTuber.
I mean, you still have the bigger head.
Well. You could probably fly with those ears.
Oh.
Yeah, I just said it.
You did not just call me. You did not just.
Flappy ears.
Oh, wow.
tracking isn't the best.
That weird thing trudging along on the left side of the screen.
That thing?
Yeah.
It's because I don't pay for VTube Studio.
Word. Makes sense.
It's a free application that if you pay for, you can get rid of that. But it's... But yes. Alright. I shall see you guys later, maybe tonight, maybe if I feel okay. I'm about to go get my allergy shot, so I might not feel okay, but hopefully I will, and then we'll play...
You haven't played Claire in a little bit.
It's true I haven't, but I... Yeah, we'll play Claire Obscura.
Life.
We'll play Claire Obscura because I'm playing... I'm
Fantasy
binging
Life.
Fantasy Life in my personal life. So I've gotten enough of that, but we'll play Expedition 33, or maybe a little bit of Wizard game.
Wizard.
Maybe even some Castle Crashers if Jeff is awake.
Oh, you might have to wait for. You might have to wait till 12 p.m. for that. A.m.
Maybe. But yes, thank you all for joining me. I had a fun time playing Higurashi with you today. Oh my god, I see it.
What?
The little figurine that goes side to side. It was on the
Yeah.
screen. I didn't realize it was on the screen. Alright. See you guys next time. Have a good day, night, morning, whatever time it may be for you, and wish me luck with my allergy shot. Pray that I don't have an allergic reaction. Thank you. Do you want to say goodbye?
Bye.
Bye-bye!